Hey guys, good morning. So it is Thursday, and I don't have a drink with me, obviously. I am actually running down the mountain to go to Target and do a little bit of grocery shopping. Excuse me. But I figured I would stop in anyway, and if I had some time because of morning traffic, I would try and film a video. It has been a crazy couple of weeks. As you guys know, I have been sick the last few weeks, and it seems like it's not getting any better. I don't know if you guys can hear it in my voice. I am doing my essential oils, my vitamins, my supplements, and I still seem to not be feeling very well. And it's the midst of allergy season, which makes it even worse. In my opinion, a lot worse. So yeah, but I'm heading into Target, and while it's not Thursday, it's Thirsty Thursday, I don't have a drink in front of me. I thought I would capitalize on this time and film a Thirsty Thursday. Today's video is going to be basically about knowing your worth, paying attention to your positiveness in life, and all of that other stuff. Sometimes, I get this question a lot, whether it's on YouTube, social media, just family in general. Sometimes will say, I don't understand how you can get this or you can do that, and we can't seem to make it work. And I've said this in other videos before. My husband and I, we work really hard. It may not seem like work to some people, but my blog is work. I generate a pretty good income from my blog, which allows me at the moment to stay at home. It's not making me rich overnight, but it's still giving me the opportunity to make money and be there for my children. YouTube is another source of income. And while it doesn't pay me a lot, it is another way that I generate income to help provide for my family. So, those are those things. And my husband works really hard in the job and the profession that he has to be able to provide for all of us as a family. But a lot of times, and I'm not saying that it's necessarily a bad thing, sometimes we look at our surroundings, we look at the people that we are around, and we think to ourselves, oh, they got a nice car, they got a nice this, they got nice that. I wish I could have those things. And a lot of times people will say those things, and it will be something that we say or think of, but it's like an instant thing, and we just kind of forget about it, or we use that as inspiration to strive to accomplish our goals so that we can have those kinds of things too. Not everybody thinks that way. A lot of people will think that way, and then they'll get mad and have all this pent up frustration and all this mad irritation because they don't understand why they don't have those opportunities, why they don't have those material possessions, why they don't have happiness and love. It's one of those things that you see happens pretty often, and more often than not, I hear that all the time. I drive a smaller car now. I've said this before, but if you guys have been following my videos for a while, most of my old time subscribers that have been with me this last 7 years know that I have had many vehicles. I've had many different cars. Before this one, I drove a very large size Escalade. That was my car. I had that for several years. I had, my Jeep Grand Cherokee. I had my truck, my Dodge Ram. I had another Mazda, just like this one, but an older model. And other different cars. My Durango I had before, and my husband and I managed to pay them off. But we're really, really smart with our investments, and we're really, really smart with our money. So when it comes to things like that, we tend to, you know, instead of spending it on other things, we make sure that we're paying off a bill, or we are paying off a loan or something of the sort, so that it not only raises our credit, but we don't have that hanging over our head for years. I know some people, I have people that I know that buy their cars brand new, which that's something my husband and I have done for many years, and then they're paying it off 6+ years, and in some cases they barely make it. You know, when we get our tax return, it's not play money. It goes to pay off our bills, and you know, so that we don't have this huge thing, huge debt hanging over our head. You know, so those are things that we do, and we both work really hard to be able to provide for our family, provide the nice things that we'd like. And I'm not saying that people don't work hard. Most and majority of the people do work hard to get the things that they want, to get the things that they desire and they strive for, to really accomplish and make their dreams come true. But then you have the people on the side that they just look at everybody else's positivity, and they look at everyone else's life, not seeing the backside of it, only knowing that they're succeeding in some way or another, and therefore they're gonna either be jealous or they're gonna bring that person down. My thing is here's the deal. People, it is a natural tendency for a lot of people to be jealous. If that's the path that you are on, sometimes we cannot help it as people. And again, like I said, a lot of times it's not even jealousy. Someone's just looking at something that you may have and be like, oh, I want that. And then they move on. They never think of it again. But then you do have those type of people that they can't stop but think about what it is other people have and how come they don't have it. And my mindset and what I happen to think is that we all create our own destiny. We create our own luck. We create our own dreams. We make our dreams come true. We create our own success. There are lucky people, there are unlucky people in this world. I believe that that happens as well. But you still take yourself from point A to point B, or point A to point Z on your own will. Everybody that helps you along the way, they're just little hands holding out and guiding you. Everything that you do, you have to do for yourself. The path that you take, the future that you want, everything that you want, in order to get there, you have to do it yourself. I learned a really long time as a kid that struggling sucks. As many of you know, if you've been following me a while, I grew up pretty poor. We didn't have very much money. My parents busted their butt. My mom busted her butt to try and make sure that we just had the necessities, because everything else was just out of our range. But she made it happen, and she taught me that you need to create your own positivity. You need to create your own journey. I am a huge believer of God, no matter what his name may be, no matter what religion it is. I've said this before in other videos. I am really mixed religion when it comes to things like that. I was ordained as a minister to perform weddings under Christian service. I am baptized Catholic. My dad's a Mormon, or he was baptized Mormon. He really doesn't practice it right now. I will chant from time to time for Buddhism because I believe that it strengthens and gives you a focus. But I pray to God every day. It's part of who I am as a person and what I do. So I will pray all the time. But in my prayers, well, I'll tell God, you know what, I need this, or I'm trying to strive for that. At the same time, I'm also praying to Him and asking Him for the strength to persevere and be able to get to that point where it is I want to be. I do ask Him, can I get this? Can I get that? Can you help me with this? Open the door for that. But at the same time, I'm also asking Him for the strength, excuse me, for the strength to be able to make my dreams come true, to be able to succeed in what it is I need or what it is I want. And I wholeheartedly believe that if you go in with a positive attitude and you go in with a can-do, I'm gonna make this happen attitude, things will work. You know what? Stuff happens. People sometimes don't have money, they don't have all kinds of stuff, but use that as fuel to push towards your goal. There's nothing wrong with looking at what other people have and using that as a goal, or using that as a way to fuel, I have a darn tangle in my hair, using that as a way to fuel and drive where you want to be in life. But don't use it to the point where you're going to be jealous and just overall unhappy because you see that other people have things and you don't have them. Like I said, you make your own destiny. You go and do things like that. And another thing I want to put out there is, and I've said this in the beginning, you have no idea the path, the journey that people take to get to where they are. My husband and I do pretty okay right now. I mean, we're not rich or anything, but we make it work. I'm really lucky because we bounce everything off of each other, and our lives revolve around one another. So if something goes wrong with the other person, you know, we work together to try and fix it. Or sometimes we just can't comprehend when the other person has had something bad happen to them. Not everybody has that relationship, but don't look at them and be like, well, if they can have that, then why can't I have that? Yeah, you can say that, but at the same time, like I said, use that opportunity to fuel where you want to be and drive where you want to go. Don't be jealous about them, because you have no idea what took them, what journey, what path they took in order to get to that current place where they are right now. A lot of times it's a whole lot of work and it's a whole lot of sacrifice. On my end, it's a lot of sacrifice my husband and I have done over the years, good and bad. And you know, if people take as much time wishing that they were someone else, and they took that time to actually put into their own life, they would be just as successful. That's my thing here. You know, a lot of people talk about haters and trolls and everything like that here on YouTube, and it's kind of inevitable when people like us put our lives on the internet. But the way I look at it is, I wish that these people Not that they would go away, because they're people. You're not going to get rid of them. Would be nice if they went away, but the way I look at it and what I think is, I wish that the amount of time they spent focusing on me and focusing on what I'm doing and what I have or what I don't have, if they took the time to focus on themselves, we wouldn't be having this issue. If they took the time to really focus on what it is they want in life and focused on who they want to be and where they want to go, we would be fine. We wouldn't have this problem, because they would be too busy focusing on the positiveness in their life, you know? That's how I look at it. There's nothing wrong with you looking at somebody, I think, and saying, oh, well, I wish that I could have this or that I could have that. People do that a lot, and that's fine. My thing is that use that to fuel where you want to be in life. Use that to turn whatever issue you're dealing with now into something positive. And use that as your way to succeed. Like I said, the time and money you spend trying to be someone else, or finding out about something else, or just to get the upper hand on people, or that time you spend being jealous of other people or trying to benefit from other people's positivity or their good graces or their good things, that time you use on that, if you used it on yourself, you would be in a way better predicament, in my opinion. But that's what I have for you guys today on this Thirsty Thursday. Just be positive, work hard, love yourself, be a compassionate person in the world, because we need more of them. And I'll see you guys in my next one. If you are drinking this Thirsty Thursday, you know the routine. Go ahead and drink responsibly. Not if you're driving, and definitely not if you're underage. I am going to walk into Target now. Well, I'm actually really early, but okay. I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye, guys.